amaneció, y a las pajarillos cantan, la luna ya se metió.
Sí, pero yo no soy israelí.
Yo que vos también,
De allá hay vuelos a Israel.
So let me get this straight. I'm in Mexico City. I'm attending a birthday party and they're singing happy birthday in Spanish and German? Greetings everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Timeless Travel Club. I'm Andy, and here in Mexico, I'm known as Don Andres. We're going to rejoin the party towards the end of the video, but right now I'm going to share with you 5 travel tips when visiting Mexico City. So let's just jump right into it. Tip number 1, take some bus rides. When you're visiting in Mexico City, if there's a need to travel to a nearby town or to a tourist site, traveling by bus is ideal. My favorite is called ETN or ETN because those are the double-decker buses. If you can, try to buy that ticket extra early so you can get that front seat on the second deck. There's no better view than riding a bus with that panoramic view that nobody else in the bus has. There's 3 seats in front. Try to get those seats. And if you can't learn from my mistakes, once you pass security at the bus station, make sure to know exactly where your bus is because to some locations, these buses are coming and going every 15 minutes to the same location. So what I did is I jumped on what I thought was my bus until in my seat 7, another person came to claim my seat. We looked at our tickets. We both had seat number 7, but she was on the 8:30 bus. I needed to be on the 8:15 bus, which left about 5 minutes before. So I missed that bus. I had to go buy another ticket. So that was on me. So if you don't speak Spanish well, just wave your ticket in front of one of the attendants and they'll make sure you're on the correct bus. Unlike me, thinking that I know it all, it just doesn't work out that way sometimes. Since we're on the topic of buses, when in Mexico City, make sure to ride the Touri bus. There are 4 categories, also a double-decker bus, but this stays pretty much within the city. And familiar yourself, it's getting windy here, familiarize yourself with the 4 different routes. They're categorized by colors. If you're interested in just staying on the bus and just completing the route, then red and green are the routes for you. There's so many sites you can see. You can get off whenever you want, and I would highly recommend you get off for the museums. The museums in this city are world class. But there are 16 stops on both of those categories. But stay on the bus and see the town. It's a good option. The yellow and purple routes, those are primarily for people who want to go to a specific destination, like the Basilica. So this is one of the buses that I chose, and this is where the video here came from, on that route. As you can see, the route there, it's not the prettiest route until you get to the Basilica. The other 2 routes, the red and green, you're going to get the best views from the bus. So once again, red and green, great tours to stay on the bus. Yellow and purple, great tours to get off the bus. Whichever route you decide, all 4 are great deals, a good price, and a great way to really learn Mexico City. Tip number 2, don't fear the subway. Mexico City subway is just like any subway in the United States, and you would treat it as such. So for me, I typically ride from the tourist area destination to another tourist area destination, and I don't ride at night. And ladies, if you have to ride alone, there's also a ladies only section to ensure you're safe wherever you're going. The subways are quick. I believe they're 5 pesos, so they're dirt cheap, which is about a quarter in US currency. Tip number 3, take a walk the city. You know, there's some great neighborhoods, the Zona Rosa, Colonia Roma, There's a lot of great areas where you can walk and learn, and you're going to see things and you're going to be surprised by things that you never would have if you were in a taxi or a bus. Check out some of the experiences that I encountered while walking in Mexico City. Roll the tape. So Zona Rosa, or Zona Roma, is supposed to have somewhat of a bohemian feel to it. It is different. It does feel different than other colonias in Mexico City. Today is the day after Easter, and I'm surprised. I was really surprised how many people got out of town. So it is actually a good place to be, Mexico City, on Easter during Semana Santa. Everybody's in Acapulco or wherever. There's a lot of beautiful buildings on this street. Very modern. This older, squatty looking little building. That's the American Embassy, which they're in the process of trying to find another location, but are having a difficult time doing so. It is almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and there are clubs still rocking it. And there's people there. This one's full. The music, I'm getting old. If you are near the Hotel Genève, walk in there and check this place out. There's so much history. You actually feel like you are in the year 1920. All right. I am in the Hotel Genève in Mexico City, and there are two historical items here that I want to share with you all. The first is, this is the place, this is where they made the first sandwich in Latin America. Also, you see this telephone here? This is a telephone where Porfirio Diaz, who was the president at the time, received a call from Thomas Edison. And if you pick up the receiver, you can actually hear there's a recording of the conversation. So I'm going to put the receiver to the microphone here to see if it picks it up. I don't know if you can hear that. But it's pretty cool nonetheless. Let's take a look around. Tip number 4, and this applies to not only Mexico City, but just travel in general. Be persistent. You're going to get knocked on your heels a couple times. You're going to have plans to do something, go somewhere, and it's not going to work out. So have yourself a contingency plan, or just walk a couple blocks further down the road and you're going to find something else to replace your original plan, like I did. And today I'm strolling through Zona Roma. I'm heading over to a brewery called La Graciela. Honestly, the only reason I'm going there is because that was my mother's name. So, Mom, this brew's for you. I know she liked beer too, so she would appreciate it. Now I'm here at the Taller de Cerveza Graciela, and they're renovating. So I have no idea where to go next. Maybe there's a little bar down the block. Damn. Okay, quería chorizo de Pamplona. So I stopped in 2 doors down from the brewery that I originally wanted. The beer is good. It's half vegan, half not. So we'll see how it goes. The service was a little slow, but I have my beer now, so my compañero is here with me. Cheers to you, Mom. Cheers in heaven. So my original misfortune led me to this unique restaurant called La Chicha, which to me felt like I was in a restaurant in San Francisco. Although the ambience had kind of a hippie feel to it, the food was very gourmet and the prices appropriately reflected that. The owner of the restaurant graciously gave me a mini tour of the items he had on display and explained why they were so important to him.
Esta de allá creo que es de Michoacán, la que está tallada, esa también ganó un concurso. Entonces todo es representativo y también son recuerdos de amigos de los dueños de aquí, de viajes de Japón, de alguna parte se los mandaron a ellos, que faltan más piezas, pero es lo que se tiene.
Muy bien. Gracias.
Okay.
This is a privilege YouTube vloggers rarely get. So the link to his awesome restaurant can be found in the description below. When you visit La Chicha, be sure to tell them Don Andres sent you. And the last tip I have to offer for you is before going to Mexico City, put yourself out there. You know, I actually went and joined a couple of Facebook groups and started asking some questions and getting some advice. And I actually found a couple friends. So with my friends, it brought me to this birthday party, which I truly enjoyed. The people in Mexico City are so nice and welcoming. I was so glad I got to meet these people who were, seems like they were just as glad to meet me. So get out there, apply these tips, enjoy Mexico City. There's no place like it. Okay, so I hope you can hear me over all the chatter here. I am together with an international group of people who are very loud. But they're all my new friends, and they're all from different places from the world. So I like to introduce to you who they are and what they're going to say. I don't know what they're going to say actually, but I like to know where they're from and how many languages they speak. So you got quiet all of a sudden? Okay, here's first.
Hello, France, Lebanon, 7 languages.
Ay, Dios mío.
Hi, Mexico City and 5 languages.
Wow.
Hello, Mexico City and 4 languages.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm from Germany. I speak 4 languages and 3 half languages.
That counts. That counts.
This is Puebla, Mexico, 4.5 languages.
Puebla.
Ciudad de México, 2 idiomas.
Dos.
I'm German, I speak 4 languages, and I speak love.
And she is the owner of the house, so thank you very much.
I'm from Switzerland. I am speaking 5 languages.
I'm so embarrassed for myself.
Mexico City, I speak 3 languages.
3 languages. Oh, I'm from California, I speak 1 language.
1.5, you speak Spanish.
1.5, okay, thank you. You're very nice. So I really appreciate you watching this video to the end. Subscribe if you liked it, hit that like button, and make sure to join me because my next stops are going to be, there's a lengthy list here, Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, Aguascalientes, and then where am I going? Mexico City again, Puebla, Oaxaca, and I'll end up in Cancun. I'm looking forward to making that trip, and I hope you all join me as well.